Greetings, fellow seekers of the extraordinary. Welcome back to the realm of curiosities. Ever pondered how a few degrees can turn life topsy-turvy? We are about to delve into the impacts of climate change on the Amazon rainforest. Picture the Earth, our home, cloaked in an invisible blanket of gases, keeping us comfortably warm. But what happens when that blanket thickens? That's global warming, and it's not just an issue, it's a crisis that's gripping our planet. From the icy Arctic to the sun-drenched deserts, no corner of the Earth is immune. Today, though, we're focusing our lens on a place that's often dubbed the lungs of the Earth, the Amazon rainforest. Stretching across 9 countries, the Amazon is the world's largest tropical rainforest, boasting an unparalleled biodiversity. It's a veritable treasure trove of life, home to millions of species that are yet to be fully discovered or understood. But it's not just about the creatures that call the Amazon home. This rainforest plays a crucial role in the global climate system, acting as a colossal carbon sink, soaking up greenhouse gases that would otherwise be heating our planet even more. Yet the Amazon is more than just a forest or a carbon sink. It's the lifeblood of our planet, playing a pivotal role in the global water cycle. Imagine a colossal natural air conditioning system, pumping out 20 billion metric tons of water into the atmosphere every day. That's the Amazon for you. This moisture fuels rainfall across the globe, impacting weather patterns far beyond the forest boundaries. But the Amazon is also a home. Over 30 million people, including hundreds of indigenous tribes, depend on the forest for their livelihood, culture, and survival. It's a symbiotic relationship that's existed for thousands of years, a testament to human resilience and adaptability. So it's clear that the Amazon is not just a forest, it's the world's largest life support system. But how is it faring under the weight of climate change? As we peel back the layers of this complex issue, remember, we're not just talking about a region, we're talking about our home, our planet, and every degree matters. The heart of our planet is heating up. The Amazon rainforest, our natural air conditioner, is feeling the heat of climate change. Right in the heart of South America, the Amazon rainforest, the world's largest tropical rainforest, is facing an unprecedented crisis. Climate change is turning up the heat, and the Amazon is starting to sweat. Rising temperatures are not just an abstract concept here. They're a fiery, tangible reality. They're pushing the boundaries of what the diverse wildlife and plant species that call the Amazon home can bear. Imagine a place that houses over half of the world's estimated 10 million species of plants, animals, and insects. Now imagine that place under threat. It's not just about the jaguars, the macaws, or the countless insects that lose their homes. It's about the delicate balance of life that's being disrupted. Extreme weather events, too, are becoming the norm rather than the exception. Torrential rains followed by extended periods of drought are wreaking havoc on this biome. These extreme shifts in weather patterns are not only harming the flora and fauna, but they're also setting the stage for a more destructive force: forest fires. Increased temperatures and prolonged dry spells are making the Amazon more susceptible to forest fires. And these aren't your average forest fires. They're infernos that can consume vast stretches of this rainforest in a matter of days. The frequency of these fires is increasing at an alarming rate, and the lush, green canopy of the Amazon is slowly being replaced by a charred, blackened landscape. But let's not forget about the droughts. They're not just a byproduct of the heat, they're a consequence of deforestation, of the relentless human pursuit for land and resources. As the trees disappear, so does the rain. And without rain, the Amazon is left parched, vulnerable, and on the brink of collapse. The Amazon is burning, and with it, our hopes for a stable climate future. But what does this mean for the people living there? It's not just about the trees and animals. Climate change is a human story too. Let's explore how it's altering lives in the Amazon. When we talk about the Amazon, we often focus on its rich biodiversity. But there's another story here, one that's deeply woven into the fabric of this vast rainforest. It's a story of people, communities, and livelihoods, all of which are feeling the pinch of climate change. The Amazon is home to hundreds of indigenous communities, many of whom rely on the forest for their daily subsistence. They hunt, fish, and gather food, medicines, and materials for shelter from the forest. But as the Amazon warms, these resources are becoming increasingly unstable. unpredictable weather patterns and shifting seasons are disrupting hunting and gathering routines, making it harder for these communities to sustain their traditional ways of life. But it's not just the indigenous communities that are affected. The Amazon plays a vital role in local industries and agriculture. Think of Brazil nuts, acai berries, and rubber, products that we often take for granted, yet they're all harvested from the Amazon. As climate change alters the health and composition of the forest, it's also altering the availability of these resources. Farmers and harvesters are facing the harsh reality of decreased yields and unpredictable harvest seasons. And let's not forget about the economic ripple effects. The Amazon is a major driver of tourism, attracting millions of visitors each year. But as the forest changes, so does its allure. Reduced biodiversity and altered landscapes could mean fewer tourists, which would have serious implications for local economies. The changing climate is changing lives in the Amazon, but can we adapt? Can we mitigate these changes? The answer is we must, because the story of the Amazon is not just about the trees and the animals. It's about the people who call this forest home and the communities and industries that depend on it. It's about all of us. When faced with challenges, we adapt, we evolve, and we overcome. That's what we need to do with climate change in the Amazon. So what are these potential strategies to adapt to and mitigate the impacts of climate change in the Amazon? Well, let's delve into that. Firstly, sustainable practices are essential. We need to rethink how we interact with nature. That means shifting to a more sustainable model of agriculture, one that doesn't involve clearing vast swaths of the forest for cattle or soybeans. It also means cracking down on illegal logging, a major source of deforestation. Secondly, reforestation is a key part of the solution. Planting trees can help absorb CO2, one of the primary greenhouse gases contributing to global warming. But it's not just about planting any trees. We need to plant native species, ones that will support the existing ecosystem rather than disrupt it. Then there's the importance of international cooperation. Climate change is a global problem, and it requires a global solution. Countries around the world need to come together, sharing resources and knowledge to tackle this issue. That could mean providing funding for conservation efforts or sharing technology to help monitor and combat deforestation. And let's not forget the role of local communities and governments. They're on the front lines of this battle, and their efforts are crucial. They are the stewards of the forest, the ones who live with it every day. Their knowledge and experience are invaluable in preserving the Amazon and adapting to the changes that are already underway. But it's not just about what they can do. It's also about what we can do to support them. That might mean buying products that are sustainably sourced from the Amazon, or supporting organizations that work with local communities and governments on conservation efforts. Adapting to and mitigating climate change in the Amazon is no small task, but together we can make a difference. And that, my friends, is not just a hope, it's a necessity for the Amazon, for our planet, and for our future. Scene script. Climate change is here, and its impacts are real. But there's always hope. There's always a way forward. In the course of this dialogue, we've taken a journey through the Amazon, a region that's feeling the brunt of climate change. We've seen the unseen consequences, the rising temperatures, the changing sea levels, and the increasing extreme weather events. We've looked at the profound socio-economic impacts on the communities and industries that call the Amazon home. And we've explored potential adaptation and mitigation strategies that could be employed to address these challenges. Remember, the Amazon is more than just a geographical region. It's the lungs of our planet, a vital cog in the global climate machine. Its health and well-being are intrinsically tied to the health of our planet and, by extension, to our own survival. We've delved into the problems, yes, but we've also discussed solutions. We've talked about the importance of sustainable practices, of conservation and reforestation efforts, of transitioning to cleaner, greener energy sources. We've underscored the necessity of empowering local communities, of fostering resilience and building capacity to adapt to a changing climate. But here's the thing. This isn't just about the Amazon. This is a global issue. The Amazon story is the world story. It's a story of change, of challenge, but also of resilience and hope. And it's a story that we all have a part to play in, whether we're policymakers or consumers, scientists or students. We all have a role. We can make choices that are kinder to our planet, that support sustainability and resilience. We can demand action from our leaders, and we can lead by example in our own lives. Climate change is a daunting challenge, but it's one we can face together. It's one we must face together. Because together, we can make a difference. Together, we can ensure a better future for the Amazon, for our planet, and for ourselves. The Amazon story is our story too. It's a story of change, resilience, and hope. Let's write the next chapter together.